us. As you all know, Natlan is a very cool region in the game, housing several different Pyro units. Wait, what do you mean Marvik is the only Pyro character? Okay, so maybe Natlan doesn't have that many Pyro characters, but we're gonna make some. By simply equipping a small man to your team, you can make anything and anyone a Pyro character. So, obviously we cannot do bow characters or catalysts, because then it's C6 does not affect their weapon types. So, what characters does that leave us with? Alright, so these are all of our other non-Pyro melee characters. Yeah, surprisingly low number of them if I'm gonna be real with you, but yeah, so we're gonna make all of these characters do pyro damage to stay in theme with Natlan, Pyro, and all that fun stuff. So let's start off with Zillonin. First up, we got Pyro Zillonin. So Zillonin stats, we got 1800 attack with 68 crit rate and 220 crit damage, 61.6% pyro damage bonus, and a bunch of other stats that are completely irrelevant to the build. We got R1 Primordial Jade Cutter, 4-piece Crimson Witch of Flame, C3 because I am a filthy whale, and we got 613, 6 talents. Alright, you guys have probably seen Kazuha builds like a million times already. We got 900 mastery, we've got 123 energy recharge, Zephos Moonlight, 4-piece Verdicent, C2, and 888 talents. Do not ask why I leveled the normal attack that high. Same thing for Singcho, you guys have probably seen this guy a million times. We got 230 energy recharge, 60 over 146 crit rate to crit damage. We got R5 Sacrificial Sword, 4-piece Emblem, C6, and 699 talents. And the character that is making this entire video possible, thank you Bennett for carrying all of my Genshin videos on your back. We got 1200 attack, or there's this little white number here that really matters. We got 799 base attack, 283 energy recharge, R1 Scoured Blade, 4-piece Noblesse, C6, and 6913 talents. And since this is the Pyro team, we're gonna fight that big Snorlax looking dude. So what's quirky about Zillonin is that we can just use a skill to increase our own damage. So, you know, that's gonna be pretty funny to pull off. So let's see here. You know, I'm not supposed to still be in her, oh, that's right, we're in Natlan. We're just kind of stuck in her, Night Soul thing. That's awkward. Oh wait, no, that is actually awkward. What the hell? I don't wanna be in that. Can I just press E again and just not be in it? Damn it, why is he out of the circle? Okay, yeah, we can just press C and be out of the circle, but we're out of her thing. Problem is, he is out of our circle, which is not good for us. I mean, I don't know how we managed to deal that much damage. I feel like we did next to no damage, but that is completely whatever. Okay, bro turned into a Beyblade again. Okay, yeah, stop moving. That's gonna infuse Pyro. 100% it is. Nope. Get back here, bro. It would be great if they could just stay still. All right, hopefully he actually stays still this time. So I saw some 20Ks. I'm still seeing some 20Ks. Yeah, this is terrible. This is actually really bad. I see why the Pyro Archon did not want her. All right, so first team, you'd think it would be really good because, you know, Zillonin just does really good buffs, but apparently not. Apparently this is really bad. All right, next character. All right, this might get very repetitive, so at least we can just speedrun these parts. You guys already know what my builds are for these guys. So Kenage, he's got 1500 attack with 60 crit rate, 286 crit damage with Redhorn Stone Thresher, 4-piece Crimson Witch, C0, and 666 talents. Now, should we be fighting a more stationary enemy? 100%. Am I gonna do that? 100% no, because that would be too smart of an idea. I don't know why I keep using that there, but okay, 20k, 32k, all right, not bad. We are outside of the circle. All right, we got 16k, 20k. Low-key, this is really bad. 15k, good lord. Would I recommend taking any of these teams in Abyss? Absolutely not. Any of the videos you see on my channel about Genshin Impact and these terrible teams, never take these into Abyss. Unless you're like some sort of masochist or something like that, then who am I to judge? Okay, we are somehow seeing even lower numbers here. The one that Month Week is the only Pyro character. Ain't nobody doing as good Pyro damage as she does. Let me just... Right, even the charge attack did nothing. 2700 or 1000. Yeah, this is going to be a terrible video. I can already tell. All right, so we're like basically at the midway point for this video. So far, our two pyroed characters that we had both performed horribly. So that's why we're gonna switch it up a little bit for this next team. All right, so next up we got Plunge Pyro DPS Kacina, because currently normal attacks are just not doing it right now. So hopefully Shenjian's steroid buff of a burst or whatever would be enough to help help us deal a little bit more damage than just 20,000, because in the big 25, that just simply does not cut it. Now let's see what we are rocking on Kacina here. So we got 1600 attack with 69.9% crit rate with 212 crit damage. Energy recharge is irrelevant. We got 61.6% pyro damage bonus. We got Staff of Homa on this small person. 4-piece Crimson Witch. I'm sure you guys could have figured that out by now. C6 and 699 talents. As for Shanyan, we've got 2800 attack with 170 energy recharge. So that's the only stats we need to worry about. Oath Sworn Eye at Refinement rank 5. 4-piece Verdicent Bender, C2 and 668 talents. And for Farina, we got 36,000 max HP, 80 crit rate, 160 crit damage, basically, 173 energy recharge. Yeah, Refinement rank 5, Festering Desire, because I am that old. 4-piece Golden Troop, C0, and 610 talents. So, we're still gonna do the terrible idea of fighting the same Snorlax looking dude. So, let's run it. Wakey, wakey, it's time for school. Come on, get up. Alright, so we have basically 0 energy to our name, 0 Primo Gems to our name, 0 Mora to our name. Okay, so, did not see what number was there. Okay, 83,000. Alright, not bad. 43, okay, the damage is getting significantly worse. The damage has completely gone away. Oh, jeez, okay. My god, bro, chill. It ain't that deep. Okay, 98,000. 114,000. Yeah, Kacina really did put in damage there. Beanie Top Go Burr. For our last team, considering that Iansan's already an Electro character, I figured it would just be a neat idea to not replicate the same team we've been using for these past 3 characters, so we're gonna try Overload Iansan. So starting with Iansan, we got 2100 attack, probably because of the buffs that we got going on right now. We got 36 crit rate with 267 energy or crit damage. Staff of Homa, 4-piece Obsidian Codex, because we can use her in her Night Soul state, and her Night Soul state does not infuse her with anything, so makes this just a perfect set to use for this kind of team. C6 with 6,911 talents. Chevreuse, my beloved, we are at 45,000 max HP with 166 energy recharge. Black Tassel, 2-piece Glow and Mulith, C6 and 699 talents. And for Fischl, we got 1800 attack with 65 crit rate, 133 crit damage. R5 Stringless, 4-piece Golden Troop, C6 and 611 9 talents. Alright, surely with this amount of crit damage, we'll absolutely body this guy. I just need my burst. Alright, I feel like if I use his burst right now, he's gonna go for a... No. Doing this already. Alright, do that. And we'll go ahead and trigger her burst. Alright, 20,000, 13,000, 20,000. Wow, the damage still sucks, despite the fact we got like almost 300 crit rate. I don't get it. Yeah, so unless you're just doing like lunge with these characters, do not expect to deal damage with them. For some reason, no matter what you do, they're all gonna do exactly 20,000. And Loki, I refuse to believe it's my fault. Oh my god, dude. Every time I use Bennett's burst, he just spins out of my circle. I say stop that. Okay, just significantly low damage. I have no idea what happened there, bro. Come on. They're literally almost dead. Alright, with all these very scuffed and screwed results, Kacina is the best Pyro DPS in Natlan. Yeah, Kacina, ooh, let's go. Okay, if you guys want to see me do this with Fontaine next, since they only got like 3 Hydra characters, leave that down in the comments below. I will probably read it. Don't quote me on that. Join my Discord server where I'll probably be active every once in a while. Share this video with your friends if they like weird stuff like this. And like and subscribe while you're at it, because I like big numbers, and I know you like big numbers too. And until next time, I will catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.